Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich, and this map of the world is an abomination. I mean, even more so than usual by Paradox standards, because, you know, they employ like a weird Mercator projection of the map, which completely like messes up the geography of stuff, like makes some stuff, like Europe for example, look way bigger than it's meant to be. However, it looks fucked up not because of the geographical landmasses look fucked up, the borders are so messed up because of all this civil unrest and this war here, which should never have happened. And why are you still up here? They got Leipzig. Oh, there's a new version of Kaiserreich, by the way. It's a hotfix patch. So you can see now a lot of names are going to be changing and going to have, like state names are going to have their anglicized names all over. Some usually, or some didn't have anglicized state names. They had their like native state names. So for example now, oh, this is not English. Underlag is not English. But I guess it, you know, it can't be helped. Yeah, I mean, you got the Finnmark Plateau. And you got Hither Pomerania and Farther Pomerania. Instead of Hinterpommern and, is it Osterpommern? You got East Prussia, West Prussia. Yeah, stuff like that. Loire, yeah, I don't know. Lorraine, Plateau, Champagne, Burgundy, Savoy. Okay, what's Aosta Valley, Piedmont? Yeah, it says Piedmont now, no, not Piedmonte. Liguria, Corsica, yeah, stuff like that. So sorry. You can see the names are changing and stuff, so like everything has well, this is still called Constantinople for some reason. Might be because the Bulgarians occupied, but I did see the Ottomans have it and it was called Istanbul, I think. Yeah, let's unpause and see what's going on. We're in 1939 already. This is kind of like, oh, whoa, what? With the growth of geopolitical blocs comes rising tension, and many other countries now face difficult choices of alignment. The specter of war looms over the region and perhaps the whole world. Ah. Hoi4 is now a part of the Rice Pact. Rice Pact, sorry. I did that on purpose. Austria is just getting devoured, but they have a tiny Austrian snake extending into Leipzig, into what's the state called? Into Saxony. Saxonia. Saxon, as it's called in German. Okay, we got the number one, like the first radio researched. Always go for industrial stuff. Also, I turned this up in the Finland video I just recorded, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I turned it up because there was such a bang-in song at the end of it. Sometimes I record videos. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Oh, of course. Because Portugal was in the Entente. So now the Entente is at war with the Iberian Federation. I completely did not even like catch that that being, or like I didn't make that connection. Oh, this world is very interesting. And then yeah, now we have Central America. Is Mexico syndicalist? Please say that they are. Yes, they are. Oh, they're totalists. Combined Syndicates of America are going to win the war. Unless the Pacific States of America do something that I've never seen them do before, and that is do something at all. So, you know, I'm not holding out hope for that one. The Bulgarians have just like dropped in here, having their own little Gallipoli. getting slaughtered in spicy encirclements. What are their losses like? Iron Guard in Romania declared war in Bulgaria. I think they heard me. Let's see. Oh, I'm not even looking at the right interface. Which war would it be? Bulgarian, Ottoman War, there it is. Yo! Japan has declared war on German East Asia for the Pacific holdings. That is what happens when you have this kind of government in charge, and now the German Empire is involved. Now the Reichspakt is involved, or the Reichspakt, whichever one you prefer, and Puyi is going to be involved. And Japan and Austria, the Co-Prosperity Sphere. Did they form it in this playthrough? Yes, they did. And the Donau-Adria-Bund are fighting the Reichspakt. This would be the time for the communists to make... Sorry, not the communists. People get very upset when I say that. The syndicalist, the some sort of socialist, you know, branch. It's unfair to say that they get very upset, but they try to, they do correct me often when I say communist. It's a force of habit. So the Canadians are landing here. Canadians, I say this unironically, Canadians are famed for their bravery in naval landings, especially in battles in France. Bravery and excellence. Did have to preface because I think a lot of people have this vision of Canadians as like very meek and very, you know, very unassuming. I did see a comment that said I should join the Reichspakt, and yeah, no, I don't know. With what's happening here, I mean, we still might, but things are getting very, very dicey for the Reichspakt. Like they're doing well against the Donau-Adria-Bund, obviously, but I feel like it's only like a matter of time before the syndicalists jump on this opportunity. Surely they should. They can't let this pass away. It's too spicy of an opportunity. Oh, fuck me. Genghis Khan II. Yeah, every time I look at this, I'm like, oh no. Well, the Germans might just be able to kick the Japanese back into the mainland. In my German Empire campaign against them, I had them basically relinquish all claims to all of their islands and retreat back to the mainland. I think I even got Korea. So, like, I've got, you know, Taiwan and all this stuff, which was then given over to German East Asia. Yeah, let's do AS Norsk Jernverk. Norway has the resources and technological knowledge to be self-sufficient in regards to iron and steel. Why then should we spend our limited hard currency on acquiring such basic resources? Let us strengthen northern Norway and produce our own steel by creating a company dedicated to the purpose. Indeed. We have iron in Narvik, and we have like copper is the Norwegian word. Copper, like somewhere down here, or bronze. Shouldn't be bronze. What the fuck do we use bronze for in, you know, 2019? Or sorry, not 2019, 1939. But, you know. Actually, what do we use bronze for? I'm sure electronic components somewhere. Or like insulation or some shit. I don't know, dude. I got no idea what I'm talking about. The Mongolian Khanate declared war on the Shangqing Changuo. Or Changuo. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. I don't know Mandarin. Or whichever permutation of the Chinese language group they speak here in this region. I must profess my extreme ignorance about the Chinese language. I just know that Mandarin is centralized around here, and Cantonese is somewhere around here, I think, or like south. Cantonese being, I think, one of the more common languages a long time ago, and then Mandarin, of course, being kind of Madras here, kind of like established from the top down, kind of like how Christianity was established in Norway. Like Mandarin was basically, I wouldn't say forced on them, but technically, like it was established as like the language of China by. I believe it was Mao. Oh boy. We watched that just happen. That's a blessed United States. The United States of Greater Austria. There are so many things that can go wrong and that can prevent that from ever happening. But it did. And now the United States of Greater Austria have to fight the German Empire. Good first test to see how that's gonna go. Peru has joined the Buenos Aires-Lima axis. Alright, we're gonna have a look at the faction map here. That's it. So this is essentially, this is the axis of this world. It used to be something in this region axis, like the Arabian axis or something. I don't know, it had a silly name. Nationalist Chile has joined it as well. Chile, a country that someone did request we play. Maybe one day. Oh, this is looking very scary here. With the potential of the Iberian Federation joining in as well. Because I feel like if, I don't know, actually. The Iberian Federation might not join the Third International. At peace, or any enemy country is at war with the Commune of France. So they need to either be at peace or they need to be allied with the Commune. Why did they then declare war on Portugal if they did not pick the bringing the revolution to Portugal focus? Must have been an event. So we got the AS Norsk Jernverk. Or we don't have it yet, but we're going to get it. Industrial research speed 5% and military and civilian factory construction 15%. So we'll be sacrificing research for construction speed, but honestly, if you look at what we have available to us here, there really isn't many places for us to build. Sao Paulo declared war on Brazil. So we have a civil war in Brazil here, with a breakaway state of Sao Paulo under authoritarian Democrat Julio Marcondes Salgado. I don't know, dude. My Spanish pronunciations suck, but that seems like a military coup, or military-backed independence movement. Or maybe like military-driven independence movement. A holdout of Austrians in Dresden, or it could be any part of the Donau-Adriabund, formerly known as now the United States of Greater Austria, which I think I don't object to the name United States of, whatever, but I think Danubia or something like that, something that sort of encompasses every state, It's called the United States of America because of, you know, America, the continent. But here, just Greater Austria feels kind of like a continuation of the Austrian Empire. Which I suppose... Italian Republic has capitulated. Uncertain times. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon when I said the German Empire is going to have a hard time, because the socialists have not jumped on it, and this is very loud. Oh boy. Even though the song is loud, I never really want to skip a song in case it's something like very near and dear to a person of a specific nationality listening to the song or watching the video. For example, like that one song that had that rich history in Finland, with it being played to confuse Soviet radio men, like to jam radios essentially, played over their airwaves. Ottoman Empire took 6 states. Yeah, so the war here is done, and Bulgaria was consumed, turned into a puppet under Romania. And what the fuck is this? Okay, so some was given to Serbia. Can you do something with this as well, please? The... What? Oh, no, sorry, okay. No, I got very confused. No, what? No, I was like, oh, I just went through so many things right now. This was a roller coaster of ideologies. I went like, oh, what the fuck, the socialists took over Bulgaria, and then I was like, oh no, it's probably like the NSDAP, like the, you know, Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, or whatever, like the Nazi party, National Socialism, you know? And then I was like, oh no, wait, they actually are. What the fuck? How does this work? Are you guys friends? Huh. Venezuela elects a syndicalist government. Oh, who are their syndicalist leader? Juan Bautista Fuenmayor. Don't know who that is. Socialist Republic of Venezuela. So it's got the Venezuelan colors there. I'm sorry, Venezuela, but this flag sucks. It would be cool if it had the colors of Venezuela and then the star in the yellow, because currently the Venezuelan flag is just those three, like the tricolor basically of yellow, blue, and red. Red, I believe, obviously is like the blood of the, you know, the people who fought for the revolution stuff. The oh, I forget what it's called. A socialist Venezuela, really? Yeah, who would have thought? Who fought for the Bolivarian Revolution, there you go. And all that stuff. The Habsburg capital is lost. A few days ago, the German army pinned the remaining Austrian soldiers on the banks of the Danube. Rumor has it that the Austrian royal family fled while they could. Now the city is completely controlled by the German Empire. The United States of Greater Austria has fallen far, it seems. Let's upgrade the Glomma line. While I don't think we're going to be at war with Sweden, it does not hurt to prepare. Glomma, by the way, or the Glomma line. Let me double check so I don't make a fool out of myself. Yeah, the Glomma is the longest river in Norway, and I'm guessing it's this one represented on the map. Yeah, probably. Okay, let's see here. We can do the yeah, we can do the infantry equipment now. We do have the research company, or the design company rather. We can also do some engineer company stuff, which is important. By the way, if you have ideas for really great division designs which will capitalize on the idea of us being a very minor nation with low manpower, but potentially having, well, and low industry, but potentially having like a fairly strong industry for and army for our size, please let me know. But Marty Valenius, please leave me alone. Really want this one. But who was that? That was Hans Reidar Holtermann. Gotcha. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Oh yeah, brother. Cheers from Budapest. Or rather, hell yeah, brother. Cheers from New Orleans or something. Little Rock. Oh, this might also be a good thing to get. I was like, we don't need a tank designer, but these are artillery manufacturers, so we might actually want this. Oh my god, I hate that. That has a very Danish or old Norwegian spelling. That's kind of shit you see in Bergen University all the time, because they are very proud of that heritage as like one of the first universities, or like one of the early universities and stuff. Norsk Sprengstoffindustri. That would be an E instead of an A in modern Norwegian. A is that letter which combines an E and an A. A becomes A. Makes sense. Trust me. And yeah, Stoff would have a double consonant, two Fs. But, you know, Danish aren't that, or the Danes aren't that fond of double consonants, as far as I know. The Dutch Indies took 4 states, and Insulindia was annexed. Yeah, so that was a rebellion there. Like a native rebellion, which failed. Kuddukjeller. Flyfabrikk. Nylands verksted. Marines hovedverk. Scandinavian Airlines. We have to wait for that one. Marines Flyvebåtfabrikk, also a very old Norwegian name. And the Norske Luftfartsselskap. Is that Norwegian Airlines? I think it is. So these look like they're functionally the same. So I'm gonna go with Kongsberg Våpenfabrikk for the controversy. Kongsberg Våpenfabrikk in Norway gets into all kinds of shit with the media because it manufactures a lot of electronics and parts that are used in weapons which we export, basically the parts are exported to other nations, which then create weapons, and then those weapons have sometimes ended up in places where they, you know, whereas Norwegians should never have ended up. I don't know if any were used, have been used in Yemen yet, but I believe there was some controversy about Afghanistan and stuff, Iraq. So a lot of people, because, you know, Norway is a very like peace-oriented nation nowadays. We do host the Nobel Peace Prize and stuff. So people have often used Kongsberg Våpenfabrik, the weapon factory there, as a kind of a way to like to accuse us, I guess, of hypocrisy. And it wouldn't really be right to say that, but kind of like highlight the absurdity of that, I guess. That, you know, we delegate and hand out the Nobel Peace Prize, but also create weapons that are used to sometimes bomb children, or parts of weapons, which, yeah, it's a whole thing. Better than the fucking controversy recently, which was, you know, we have this very popular spice brand in Norway, and it is manufactured by a factory in which there is only one machine that manufactures that spice. A single machine, and that is a single machine in the entire world that manufactures that spice. And that machine broke. And now nobody knows how to fix it, because the people who knew how to fix it, I don't know, I guess they like moved out of the country or whatever. Nobody no longer works for them, so they gotta make a new machine. And now we're like, shit, we're gonna run out of the spice, dude. And that is the most recent controversy that I can think of in Norway. We have a much more mild climate when it comes to controversy and scandals, I think, than some countries. So yeah, I did see some like Facebook ads or Facebook things where people are trying to sell this spice for like outrageous prices and stuff, and people are like, dude, I need this. Does anyone have any unopened packages? It's fucking wild, dude. Norway is in flames. Basic snorkel. You guys want to like look up thing? It's called Gastromat, 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 basically. It's silly. Alright, we got Kongsberg, so we'll do the field howitzer, Feldhaubitz. Heya Safari! Huh. Swedish, I think? I need to listen, I need to hear. No, it's not. It's not Swedish, because it would be a J. Is it German? It would be. It sounds like German, dude. I didn't know. Haya, what is that in German? Unless this is Danish and I'm just like, my brain is just breaking. Could be, it's quite late. Either way, with the soon-to-be dead Austrian United States of Austria here, consumed by the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth and the German Empire, the American Union state getting pushed into a corner, the Pacific states of America, of course, going to lose to the combined syndicates. Sao Paulo being defeated. Civil war in South Africa still raging. And Japan at war with the German East Asian holdings. The Mongolian Khanate still growing and becoming ever more scary. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's still it's still in a manageable state, but that's only for now. This world is very interesting. But we are at the end of the episode, so quick casualty check. Don't have that many wars because they have merged. 1 million on the Reichspakt side. 450,000 for the German. 600,000 for the United States of Greater Austria. 400,000 for the Fengshan government. This is all the Japanese ones. 1.3 million for the Empire of Japan. What the fuck? That must be or they're like bashing their heads against this border here. So that must be troops shot down or like sunk during transit. A lot of them at least. Either way, this is crazy for like a war that hasn't been going on for a long time. Kingdom of France losing 300,000. Morgenstemning. Morning mood. 2 million for the CSA. 1.7 for the AUS. Almost equivalent. Song name if you're interested. It's a really good song. Either way, thank you for watching. If you're interested, in the description down below you'll find the mod list, you'll find my Twitter, and you'll find the links to Patreon and Humble Bundle, ways you can support me if you want to. You are in no way obligated to do so, but I would be eternally grateful if you did. It like the Humble Bundle thing where you can buy like basically games with my referral link, and it'll give a small cut to me at no extra cost to you, which is honestly a really good deal. Seems kind of pyramid-esque, but you know, Humble Bundle are good dudes and ladies. They do good things. Yeah, that is about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.